What's going on, y'all, man? Time for a Georgia Tech update. Some of these big time recruits have lately been saying that Georgia Tech is in their top for schools. The latest one being Deshaun Austin, a top player from North Carolina. He's rated as a number 10 player, number 31 edge in the country, a 3-star prospect. Had a really great year for them. He'd be a rising senior. This is another big cut that they made. So I think it's really, really interesting how Georgia Tech's been recruiting. No commitments yet from 2025 class, but this is a name to watch. There's a few more finalists or a few more lists they made the finalists of, but let's go ahead and look and react. All right, the next one was offensive lineman Mario Nash. He is from DeKalb, Mississippi. He made first team for 3A this past season, so he had a really good year. Has about 6'5", 280. I think he's going to continue to grow into his frame. Kind of a mauler kind of guy. Real good, elusive. Can get out on screen passes and really block and protect pretty well. I like him in pass pro. It's another big guy. Obviously, you can see major time teams are on this list for him. Auburn, the Florida States. He's really like those visits to Penn States. This is another big offensive line target. Fortunately for Georgia Tech, they still got 4 or 5 returning on that offensive line, so got to feel good about that. But this is another prospect that they have on, and actually a couple coaches have went out to go see him as well, and he will be competing in some major camps. The Under Armour one. He's going to be competing here in Atlanta. That's actually this weekend. And he's also going to be competing at U.S. Army Bowl as well. So he's at some major camps. He's a major prospect. Now, Travis Smith, y'all, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be a little bit tougher, right? I think UGA really has him right now. If I had to say as far as a leader, I think UGA is high up there. Alabama, Auburn. But if Tech can land him, that'd be another big-time get for them. About 6'4", big-body receiver. Can go up and catch jump balls. Very elusive in the open field from Westlake. I've seen him before. He's made All-State, All-Region list. He could do a lot well, in my opinion, and he'd be a great addition to the Georgia Tech wide receiver room. As you can see, a lot of their players, like the Eric Singletons of the world, Dominic Blaylock, Chad Alexander. They got some good guys, don't get me wrong, but they haven't had this type of receiver really since Calvin Johnson, a big body, 6'6" plus type of receiver, man. And he could do a lot of things well. Don't need much airspace, good body control, can go over the middle of the field and run away from defenders. He just adds a whole different type of element, man. So the fact that they made this list is pretty big time. I know it's going to be some big gunners behind him. I know UGA is at the top of this list, but just the fact that they made this list is spectacular. Yeah, so this is major time as well. As you can see, these are the 8 Power 5 teams that's not going to participate in the 2024 NFL Combine. Georgia Tech is on this list. But the good thing is Georgia Tech does have major retention coming back this year. And I think they're going to have a couple guys that are going to be coming out, I think, next year and could potentially compete in the NFL Combine. I think one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC, right? Haynes King, man, that's going to be one to watch. He's had a spectacular season last year. I think he's going to continue to grow and kind of build on that. The running back room is real strong. Jamal Haynes coming in. It's be interesting to see who's going to be able to kind of back him up. They did really good with the 24 class, I think, getting in Traylon Maddox. Bringing in Anthony Carey. These are some major prospects that they can compete and get in for jobs, here in 2024 and in the spring. But it's going to be really intriguing to see, what they're able to do as far as next year. But I think offensively, I think they feel good. The biggest weakness we're going to have to see with Georgia Tech is defensively. How do they improve that unit? But I think you're going to see more prospects next year, especially if Georgia Tech has a strong year and able to kind of take that next jump forward. We're 7-6 last year, a winning record, first time since 2018. But I think they got the makings of doing that and having a deep run. Yeah, man, so I'm super stoked about this. For the first time in the history of the event, the annual ACC football kickoff will have 4 full interview days, as you can see right here. They're going to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Georgia Tech's going to be on this list. Florida State, Georgia Tech, SMU are going to be at this event along with the ACC commissioner on Monday, man. So I'm going to definitely try to go. I think it's just, they're going to be at ACC Network. I think it'll be some great coverage, be able to get kind of preseason interviews, talk a little bit about camps that's been going on. And really, man, that's the kickoff of football. So this is really exciting. Some great teams. But y'all comment below, the ones that aren't fans of Georgia Tech, who are you excited to see? California, Pitt, Stanford, Virginia Tech on Tuesday, Wednesday, Boston College, Duke, Louisville, Miami, Wake Forest, and then on Thursday, Clemson, North Carolina, NC State, Syracuse. I low-key think Thursday and Monday are some of the better days, in my opinion. But can't wait, man. It's going to be a fun season. Can't wait to cover Georgia Tech. But that's my thoughts on the latest with the schedule as far as the kickoff. in the media days and for some of these major prospects. Again, no prospects in the 2025 class just yet, but they are working towards it. I think it's going to be intriguing to kind of see who are they able to land, man. If they can land a major prospect and keep them the whole time, hey, man, look out.